shaping, shaving. Gotta get this cake right as I serve it. You just burn it, breathe it, learn it. Now watch you take flight. How does it feel? Ha! Yes, sir. You don't know me. I'm Paul Howard Hughes, Paul Holy. First trick on the ramp is the rock and rolling. Keep one on my staff with a new Pearl Chromie. It bequeaths me to mention that I've been bitten, but affords me to chuckle at critics.
Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And taking a look here at the Lakers, I'm sure starting the season at home would be their preference because these fans are not going to make it easy on them tonight. But their focus is still going to be on walking out of that building 1-0. Regular season now getting going, Shaq. Do you think most players play their best early in the season or down the stretch?
Most play better down the stretch, Ernie, because you get into a groove as you go. A lot of guys don't really come in 100% shape like I did. We just want to work our way in practice, get a couple games, get our flow. Then by All-Star break, going into the playoffs, I have mastered my groove.
Do you think younger players have trouble adjusting to that and kind of learning that you have to ease into it a little bit? You see some guys early in their careers kind of flaming out early and don't have anything left for the stretch run?
Yes, you know, most guys that come from a college background, as we all know, college 30, 40 games if you go deep in the college tournament. But NBA is 80 games. A lot of players hit the wall after that 40, 50 game mark.
Do you do your best studio work early in a show or late in a show?
Well, I know I'm the master of the groove, especially when I got you on the drums. Drums, groove. Give me a solo, Ernie. Break it down.
Kevin Harlan.
Ooh.
Little skateboard P. Hey, Mr. Venom. Yo, hola. We just picture, thinking, dreaming, scheming, reading, all in the late night, shaking, boiling, lacing, baking, shaping, shaving. Gotta get this cake right as I serve it. You just burn it, breathe it, learn it. Now watch you take flight. How does it feel?
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. The Chicago Bulls here to defend the home court, playing host to the Western Conference. And, of course, this is the first they're seeing of the Lakers. They controlled everything in both games last year, going.
Well, last year they won both meetings in the season series, and it wasn't a surprise. I mean, this is the better team.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Inside, it's Boozer and Hill. Lynn and Kobe are your 1 and your 2. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Boozer with a screen for Kobe. Boozer a screen on Butler. Kobe goes in. Wide open look for Lynn. Here's Boozer. And there's the Butler with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
If you battle offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high quality on the follow, just like he got there.
You know, Clark, it can be a point of pride. Hey, you know, we split with the marquee team from the other conference. But, you know,
it's something to point out, Kevin. You know, when your overall season is a disappointment, that's something that you can look at. Hey, progress.
Here's Johnson after Saul's bucket. And Bryant gets it to go.
Weak defensive coverage there, and I'm sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access.
Butler coming off a extended. And here in the first, closing its play. To Butler. The 5. Chicago.
That's on. a little less.
On to up the game. Lynn the pass to Johnson. Dishes it to Kobe. Boozer with the screen for Bryant. Pass to Lynn. Right side Lynn. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Good.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Nuggets.
And they were nearly flawless offensively in that win, Kevin. Once they got rolling, they just did not stop.
My kind of performance to watch, guys. Efficient and potent. Very strong.
Here's Dunleavy. Just 5 to shoot. Rose, no good. Well, Jordan Hill has battled injuries, but when he's played Clark, he's been pretty effective.
You know, Kevin, last season, around 20 minutes per game he played with the Lakers, and you could argue he should have been playing more. He was very productive in that time on the floor. He's more a banger than a spread four. He's not a great perimeter shooter. So the fit with their spread out system might have limited his playing time.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
He said he certainly followed the rise of Jeremy Lin into a prime-time point guard in this league. And he told me, we need to try to limit his penetration. That's where he's most effective, slashing and with the drive and kick. Guys, Lin has certainly been working to improve his outside shot. But sometimes you have to pick your poison, and they'll live with him shooting from outside. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris. Kobe, that's good.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Now here's Butler. Outside Rose. Outside Gasol. Here's Butler. The putback, and Gasol slams it in.
Kev, he came out of nowhere to slam that one back in.
Well, that's making him pay for letting him get his hands on that rebound.
Yeah, is it ever, Kevin?
Lynn kicks to Bryant. Now the pass to Boozer. Poke loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Looked like some miscommunication there offensively. Those guys were not on the same page.
Here is Heinrich. Goes up from the top of the key. Here's Mirotic. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And an ideal finish to the quarter for them as he drains it at the buzzer.
Boy, I like the fact he didn't rush it at all. Fantastic shot.
Coming up next Monday, October 20th, DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Make sure to catch it.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 4. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. That was a really ugly game for them.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder about the game plan, but really, it was more about a lack of execution than anything else.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Nash and Bryant in the back. Randall out there with Davis, and it's Young in at the 3. Now here's Gibson, following the miss by Julius Randle. Can't make good off the screen.
Taj Gibson, in his 6th season now in the NBA, he's in the prime of his career at 29 years old. Last season, he upped his scoring rate and averaged double digits for the first time in his career.
Here's Young. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Young's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Lakers. Here's Chicago. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game, and that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home.
You know, that Atlanta game has a lot of attention on it.
Now here's Heinrich. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Puts it up from 15, and the shot is good. Gibson's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Bulls. And for Gibson, becoming more efficient, more free throw attempts, and a big leap, guys, in his free throw percentage. Steve cracking 70% from the line for the first time.
It was by far his best performance offensively, Kevin. He came into his own in terms of his post play, his aggressiveness. I think he just believed in his own mind and his own heart that he was now a good offensive player. And that's the case, no question.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Pau Gasol made a big move this summer to join the Chicago Bulls. He was courted by a number of teams, but went with his instinct. He sees the Bulls as a team that can compete for a title, saying without a doubt it is one of the championship favorites in the East alongside Cleveland. We'll see how far they go, guys.
We will indeed. Thank you, Doris.
Kobe Bryant in his 19th season in the league, but remember, he's played in 220 career playoff games. That's almost 3 additional seasons worth of games. Then you factor in his play with Team USA. I'll tell you, he's got a lot of mileage on those legs.
And Kobe Bryant, top 5 in all-time minutes played.
And Kevin, you know those minutes add up, but he's found ways to overcome the wear and tear and still remain effective. His great skill level and ability to make tough contested shots remains valuable.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Randall. Ian Kelly comes in for Davis. Johnson, he's checked in for Young. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Steve Nash. And Kobe drops them both. A lot of strange things happened last season, but one of them was having a playoff bracket with no Laker presence.
Well, don't expect that to happen very, very often. I mean, it's rare when that is the case. It's been a while since they were completely left out of the playoff picture, and that's not going to be the norm going forward.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For the Lakers, it was the first time since the 04-05 season that they didn't play postseason basketball.
The free throw drops for Rose.
Well, the Lakers are a franchise that not only expects to play in the postseason, but they anticipate and expect making deep runs into the playoffs and ultimately winning championships. They have the means, the resources to get back in that position in a hurry. So I'll tell you what, I wouldn't feel too bad about their postseason streak getting broken.
Now here's Rose. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Butler attacking. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Lin again throws. Kelly kicks to Johnson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Sacre. 12 points his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lin. No good. Nice D from Rose. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Dunleavy. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Mike Dunleavy, the former number 3 overall pick out of Duke, Steve, back in 2002.
Yeah, he played on that Duke team back in 2001 that won the NCAA championship. Played alongside Williams and Boozer. You know, never really became a star, but a quality player over his 12-year NBA career.
First free throw is good.
And Mike Dunleavy Jr. is the son of a former NBA player and coach, Mike Sr. Actually, I played against Mike Sr. during his days, and Mike Sr., the dad, was a 6'3" point guard. Mike Jr. at 6'9". Because of that exposure to his dad's game, Mike Jr. has always had great ball handling skills even at 6'9".
And both free throws good for Dunleavy.
And for Dunleavy, a really smart help defender, and offensively has become more and more reliable with his three-point shot here in the latter part of his career.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. And they may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Here's Dunleavy after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Gasol. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And you look at the numbers, guys, this team shot a 73% clip over the course of last season.
And, you know, they stretch where it looked like turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Catching up on for Los Angeles, Carlos checked in for Ryan Kelly. Young is subbed in for Brian. Become